Hey everybody, it's Pix Up Fools Podcast. It's a podcast, episode 19, the most probably uneventful age you could turn.
Yeah, my favorite number.
19
is it your favorite number?
Yes, my favorite number.
It's in his gamer tag.
What?
It's the day I was born and 1993.
Oh, I guess so. Yes.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow.
Mine's. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Zach forgot to
Well, I was born on
silence
the-
Great
him.
start. Great
No,
start.
I was born on the 27th, and that is absolutely not my favorite number.
What is your favorite number?
12.
12?
I don't know why. I just grew accustomed to it.
Mine's-
Hey, it's a podcast.
Mine's 22.
We got all right, we're gonna go around the table. I'm Brad.
I'm Zach.
Corey.
Hey, everybody, it's Kermit the Frog here.
Did you ever see the show or the movie 12 Monkeys?
I heard about that. Why were you gonna say?
Don't think
No,
of
I
it.
think you would like it because you like the number 12.
Oh, joke of the week right there. So I got a story.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know why I'm having a lot of stories.
Does that have to be story time every time we start? You can't
So-
ask us like
So
how the weather
I
is.
have a story.
It's been really warm lately.
It's been
No,
warm.
Pretty
I
shitty lately.
I
hate
went
this
to
weather.
a wedding last night. Actually, one of our listeners.
Was it hot and sweaty?
I was at least.
Okay.
Congrats, Jake and Kayla. But more importantly,
It's
on the
not
way.
me. It's not me.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's
let me
not this
clarify
Jake.
that. It's
Yeah,
not me.
It's a different Jake. I won't say his last name on here. No, but on the way back, I had to go through tolls from Delmar. Go figure. I don't know. I know. Oh, it was weird.
You didn't know where the fuck you were going, did
No, I had no clue. Never went that far south.
you? Idiot.
And on the way back through the tolls,
Delmar's not even that far south. It's just outside Albany.
I know. But on the way back through the tolls, I was like, oh, there's a state trooper sitting there. What's he doing there? And I was like, oh, shit. He's checking for people who've been drinking. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I've had 2 Jack and Cokes and a Guinness.
Nice.
It's like, I'm probably good. I was like, I felt fine. Like, my one friend was like, are you sure you're fine? I was like, yeah. And I, like, walked the line for him before we even left. And then, yeah, so he looked at me and he was like, have me follow his pen. He's like, can you pull over here to the right, sir? Fuck. So I had my first legit field sobriety test. Like, I was kind of sweating a little bit. I was like, why is this happening right now?
No, with a DUI, how would that affect?
Well, my job?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be... Nope, done.
Nope, done.
Done.
Cut the cord on you.
Like, they'd send me the Army or something.
Well,
Or Marines.
The Army's where the drunks go.
Yeah. No. No, the guy was very nice. I mean, he did the same thing when I got out. He had to have me put the light in my eyes and kept doing the pen. Why did they do it? Is that to see if I track the pen?
Yeah.
Or is that to see, like if my eyes are bloodshot? It's probably both, right?
I just
yeah,
felt
probably
like
a little bit of both.
I don't know.
how much you pay attention.
Well, he was doing that, big left, big right, big left, big right. And then at one point, he just got, a little bit left, and he's, really looking at me, and I kept, looking back at him, looking down. I was like, fuck, I'm going to fail. It's like, look at the pen. Look at the pen.
There's a state boy?
Yeah, it's a state police.
That's intense, man.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm surprised he was nice to you. Every
No,
state
he was
boy
very-
I've come across
He was
is a
very
dick.
nice to me, and, I didn't give him, a military ID or anything like that. I don't like doing that. But I forgot I was wearing a pin on my suit coat that said U.S. Air Force, so... He probably
that
didn't
was
see when
it.
I was in the car, but when I got out, he was like, "Oh, look at that, Air
Yeah,
Force."
it's like, yeah, what's up, man?
He's
Man, if I was a cop,
he's a
I'd
good
be
little
like,
boy.
Wow, look at that. I don't give a fuck. You're breaking the law, boy.
I don't
No,
go
but
with
I wasn't breaking the law because I was clearly fine. I blew on the breathalyzer thing to see to see your level of intoxication, to see if you've had a drink in the last half hour or something like
Which
that.
you have.
No, I hadn't.
No?
I had
Oh, you cut
been
off?
drinking water for the last hour and I got cut off. Yeah, the bartender cut me off.
He was like, yo, you're way too drunk. We gotta...
Who the fuck are you? You're done.
Who are you even? Why are you even
Yeah,
at this
why are you
wedding?
even
Were
here?
you even invited?
No,
Man,
but that was a scary moment. At
run-ins
midnight
with
last night.
police are scary.
They are. They're
Run-ins
scary
with the
people.
police. You guys ever had any bad run-ins with the cops?
I got a story.
I have one
Oh,
too.
fuck.
You
I
can go
have a story.
first.
I have way too many stories. with
So-
cops.
When I was like a teenager
And
and I first got my license.
PSA, we respect the badge before you
Yeah,
we
100%.
daily stories.
100%. We're just idiots. Don't do what we do.
Yeah.
I was a teenager and I was really into skateboarding and riding bikes and stuff.
weren't we all?
So this elementary school up the road from my parents' house was closed down.
I know. Is it
And,
this one we went to?
Yep.
Nice.
And they had this perfect balance beam that was dug into the ground in the middle of the playground. So I said to my friends, I was like, I'm gonna steal that balance beam. Right?
It's like the most random
So
thing.
I was like, I'm gonna go up in the middle of the day, because nobody would expect, somebody to be stealing something right in plain daylight. So I went up in the middle of the day, went out there with a shovel and a pickaxe, and started digging it out of the ground. Found out it was buried 4 feet into the ground. It was set in cement tubing that was 4 feet into the ground. So I was like, well, this was fun, and threw the shovel and the pickaxe back in the car and started driving home. Literally get probably, 10 minutes from home. Whoop, whoop, behind me. I was like, what? What the fuck? And then, so I pull out to the side of the road, and it was this lady. It was a canine unit.
Oh, shit. She had the dog with her?
Yeah, and she goes, I was, straightforward with her, too. She goes, what were you doing up at the playground? I was like, I was trying to steal a piece of playground equipment. And she was like, she looked in the back of my car, and she was like, did you get it? And I was like, no, I gave up. She goes, are you on drugs? And I was like, no. She was like, do you have any drugs in the car? I was like, definitely not. She was like, are you sure? Because I could have the dog
How
come
old
over.
were you again?
I was like 19.
Oh, okay.
She
Prime
was like,
pot smoking.
She was like, are you sure? Because I can have the dog come and sniff. I looked right at her and I was like, if you want to waste the time and resources to have the dog sniff through my car, be my guest. And she was like, all right, I'll let you off with a warning, but if I catch you out here again, I'm gonna have to arrest you.
What was
Oh
she?
my
Was she county or a trooper or what?
I don't even know, dude. I don't even think that lady was a real cop because I was like 22 and I was in Albany, and I fucking passed her in Albany in the same car, and it had no badges on it, no writing on it. It almost looked like a police car she bought at an auction. I was like,
She was just, like, playing the
lady
role.
like playing cop right
Yeah.
now? It was pretty funny though.
Corey, you got a story too?
I do.
I think this, because I got another story that's even funnier than my
Hopefully
first.
this doesn't incriminate us on any.
Now,
No,
I'm gonna
don't say anything in the last.
I'm gonna keep names a
65
secret.
days.
Names are a secret.
Names are a secret.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about when my friend's house got raided by the cops?
No.
What?
And I was
I
there.
don't even know the story.
So we'll call my friend Chris. He lived in a place that was kind of the middle of nowhere. Let's say it's like a compound with different dwellings on it.
This doesn't sound good.
And we were doing a lot of dumb shit out there. We were kids.
Cooking crystal meth,
And
slinging dope.
my friend Chris basically had the house to himself the whole time. His mom was off doing God knows what across the country.
Good for her.
And who knows where his dad was. But so to bring it, so I was in the living room. My friend was upstairs on the phone in his room. And to bring it back to games, I was playing Criterion's Burnout Revenge with the volume all the way up. And out of the corner of my eye as I'm playing, I see like somebody walk by the sliding glass door. I'm like, oh boy, what's up? And it was the kind of house where everyone would just walk in, so I wasn't too afraid. But of course, sliding glass door opens, I look, cop, hand on gun. I just stand up like, hi, like with a controller that looks like a gun, like holding it up in my hands.
They didn't fucking gun you down.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And he was like, so these cops were looking for a guy named Chris who drove a white car. Now later on, we would find out that my roommate, whose name was Chris, who drove a white car, was not the person they were looking for. But they were like, hey, we're looking for this guy. And I'm like, yeah, he's here. Like, at first they were like, oh, we saw a gun, so we came in. And there was a pellet gun, but they were just looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, he's upstairs. Like, there's at least 3 cop cars parked on the road, like multiple jurisdictions. This guy's hand on gun, like following me up the stairs. Door's locked. Like, would you have a key? Like, okay, yeah. Like, I'm trying not to rat out my friend here.
Helping the cops.
Yeah. So, no key, knock on the door, no answer. Cops just opens the door. So my friend Chris is in there breaking up with his girlfriend over the phone. And the last thing he says to that girl is, cops, gotta go. And that was it. And that was it. So the cops get one look at my friend Chris and they're like, this is not the guy we're looking for. And I don't know what the description was of this other Chris, but they knew immediately that my friend was not the person they were looking for. And they were like, oh yeah, we thought you were him and we gotta go. Like laughing about it.
Oh,
as they're
wait, you
walking
don't
out.
have a head tattoo?
Yeah. So that was scary on its own. Then as they're walking out, this other Chris who lived across the field, that house was sketchy. They were doing a lot of weird, dumb shit out there.
No, but the compound you were in wasn't sketchy?
I mean, we were just innocent fucking high schoolers. Like, these guys were
you guys
perfect.
drinking and shit.
Yeah, are you kidding? We had the whole house to ourselves. So this other Chris that they were looking for pulls up as the cops are leaving up, like, because we shared a driveway, or they shared a driveway. And so they clink him up, throw him in the car. The cops leave happy. And later on, I wasn't there for this, but my friend was like, yeah, that guy came back and Chris, the actual Chris with the white car, was like, yeah, I guess, sorry about that stuff the other day. Like, don't shoplift from the Walmart. And we're like, yeah, that's why they were looking for you.
Oh my god.
So,
All right, I got a better story than my first one.
I got a pretty good cop story again.
I think this is
Jesus,
gonna be
all freaking
story
cop
hours. I think I know the name for this.
We're
episode.
crazy guys. We're crazy guys, Zach.
Yeah, I was a bad boy. Still.
Yeah. All right.
No, so when this was, oh God, I don't know how old I was. Probably like late middle school, early high school, something like that. We used to ding dong ditch a lot in our neighborhood, and there's this one girl we ding dong ditched all the time because her dad would chase us, and that's all important, right? You want to be chased.
Yeah,
right?
you want to get
you
chased,
want the
or you want to
thrill.
get sworn
But
at.
we never, you wouldn't admit it. Like no one, and I don't think I think I was too stupid to realize like why we kept going back to that house, but. I think it was just the fact that we could like we're trolling somebody and like they would you visually could see them get angry because the first time we did it, he literally came out and was like, "Hey, knock it off! I hate you!" And then like went back inside.
sorry about your
It's
earbuds.
poop again. He called that shit poop.
It's poop again.
No, so we didn't do his house. We did the house across for him. The guy who we didn't know the guy who lived across from that house, but apparently he's an econ officer, an environmental conservation officer.
Yeah,
Did not know.
yeah.
Apparently, I mean, this is what he told me is they're not like normal city cops. They have the ability to shoot you on sight. To this day I don't know if that's true, but
That's not true. They got a little more pull than a state trooper.
yeah. But I feel like at the same time you still have to be doing something, right? You can't
Well,
just
yeah,
be pop you
definitely.
to
They
pop
can't be
you.
like, hey,
He's
I don't-
spilling oil in that grass.
be like, wow, you parked your car in a non-designated parking area on the hot side of the highway.
No.
Bang.
So, one night it was a Friday night. I remember, me and my two other friends went to go ding dong ditch the house. We had my one friend ding dong ditch, and my other friend, I didn't realize he was gonna do this. He pantsed him at the door. So when he went to go run away, he tripped and fell in the front yard.
fantastic.
He fell off the porch, down like a foot or two into the front yard because he just fucking fallen over himself. And then the guy came out and he was running after us, and we ran and we ran him. We ran for fucking hours away from this guy. And then next thing he was coming around in the car and the flashlight. But we got away. Next night we're not ding dong ditching, but it was stupid because that's the house. We always had to walk past that house when we were going to my buddy's house. This time it wasn't just 3 of us; there was like 9 of us. It was like the whole neighborhood was together.
That guy probably thought you were gonna fucking burn his house down.
We were not ding dong ditching that night at all, but we had a backpack full of fireworks, and we were going up to my buddy's house, away from all the other houses, to shoot them off. The guy was in his bush waiting for us. He was in the bush.
And this is the NCON officer?
This is the NCON officer, like disguised and everything, like wearing dark colors. As we walk past his house, he just jumps out of the bush and goes, "Freeze, police!" And we all ran.
Scattered.
We all scattered.
So
I got
at that point, whenever they go like freeze police and you're in a big group of people, it's every fucking minute.
Yeah,
for
you just
yourself.
run.
It's just like
Absolutely.
run in any given direction and hope to God you're not the one that he decides to chase.
Yeah, well, I was the one. Maybe that's because taller or something. But he tackled me and he tackled my friend Ryan, and he put us in the neighbor's house where the sprinkler was going off, so we're sitting in puddles. And he was yelling at us. He's like, "Do you know what I do for a living?" He's like, "My wife thinks that if I get a knock at the door late at night, that could be someone saying that I'm dead." And I was like, "All right, this is kind of morbid." And I'm in middle school, so I'm crying. I'm freaking out. I'm like, like one of those cries where you're like,
Me too.
But then eventually he gave me his cell phone. He's like, "Call your parents right now." My dad came up, pissed off as hell. My dad didn't even know what I did. I even get it out of my mouth. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Revolutionary." He hung up. He yelled at me to get in the car, and my dad starts talking to him. He's like, "So what'd they do?" He goes, "I think they ding-dong ditched me." And he goes, "What do you mean you think?" He goes, "Well, someone rang my doorbell last night." And he was like, "Wait, did you touch my son?" And now my dad's getting mad at the econ officer, and he's like, "Well, I tackled him." He's like, "Don't you ever touch my son." And now they're going at it, Eventually, my dad got back in the car, and he was like, "Brad, did you ding-dong ditch his house last night?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Good. That guy's an asshole."
So,
Oh, no. Is there another story?
yeah, there's another story.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
All right,
All right.
I'll try to make
ridiculous.
this one quick. This
And
is
then
a long one.
video games, because
This
this
is
is
a
a video game
How long have we been
podcast.
going for?
Yep.
About 15 minutes.
Nice.
Fucking A.
All right.
That's not
Last one.
All right, so I don't know if you guys heard on the news a few years ago about this banger that happened in Steventown. There was like 150 kids at this house.
I think I do.
It was all right. So this
Probably.
kid went to our school. His name is Brian Holloway, and he was the son of the ex-football player Brian Holloway. They had this house in Steventown, and it was like off. It was like off the beaten path. It was like in the back in this field. They moved down to Florida. My like best friend growing up in high school went there all the time, so he like knew everything about the house. And him and this other friend from my high school scheduled this huge banger, and I mean like when I say huge, I mean like 150
I
kids.
do remember this.
150 kids from like all different schools came to this house.
This is the party that
Yeah.
Project X was based on.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty
I
fucking
remember
much,
this.
dude.
This was talked about for a while back in high school.
They got their hands on. It was like 3 kegs. They got there were kids doing coke in the bathroom upstairs.
Sweet.
It was this huge thing, right? The cops got called and showed up and raided the party and made like 40-something arrests, right?
Oh.
All because this kid from Troy stiffed the cab driver when he got out there. So the cab driver called the cops.
That's hilarious.
The cops showed up at my parents' house because I used to hang out at this kid's house all the time.
Oh.
And
my
we
God.
we renovated this barn into like this basketball court and like tagged it and stuff. My name was all over the inside of that barn. So I had the cops show up at my house and ask my parents questions about it and stuff. And they were like, "Were you at this party?" And I was like, "No, I wasn't at this party. I didn't even know about this
I
party."
was fucking in bed.
Yeah, they were threatening to not let kids walk across stage to graduate. They were doing all this shit, man. It was pretty funny. And I'm sure. Look it up. Well, man.
Please tell me you're playing like when they showed up. Like you were playing some video game like Corey was.
No, I wasn't even at the party.
No, when they showed up to your house.
Oh, yeah. I'm always playing.
I was
video games.
playing
not to completion though. So
When I got raided by the cops, I was playing Burnout, the most outlaw game ever.
You're like currently like in the process of, like hitting a cop car like off the
Yeah.
road.
And
I didn't do it. I
then-
swear.
Yeah, then cop comes in.
man, I miss the Burnout games.
Yeah.
They were fun.
There was only like half of them were good.
Burnout Revenge.
Burnout Paradise was okay.
Burnout Paradise is the best Burnout.
Burnout Revenge was pretty fucking.
No,
Burnout
Burnout
Revenge.
Paradise is the Burnout
Nah.
to end all.
I'm with Jake on this one. Revenge was pretty good.
I don't know.
Paradise got a
Burnout
little
3
out there.
Takedown was pretty good too.
Burnout 2 Point of Impact is also fucking incredible.
Hmm.
But I think Need for Speed sort of ate their lunch at some point, and not that Need for
Ate their
Speed was even that good. And now what driving games are out there? Forza and
Need for Speed's trying to make a comeback.
That-
I guess
the Need for Speed remake that came out in 2014
garbage.
is abysmal.
it's garbage, but they are
Some
coming out with
Projects
one.
game coming out.
Project Cars.
Yeah.
That's more of a racing sim than a
Yeah.
driving game.
They almost
There's-
went under.
They should
The
go
studio?
under. I played
Yeah,
that
'cause
game. It was
it's not
bad.
good.
Yeah, Project Cars was bad. I don't know why they even made a second one.
Wasn't Project Cars the one where they were claiming that it used Google Maps and shit?
Yeah, you could race on tracks based that were like procedurally generated and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Burnout or not Burnout? Need for Speed's coming out with a new game called Need for Speed Payback, and they're saying that it's going to be like Fast and Furious the game,
So guns and driving on
heists and
glaciers.
like vehicle heists essentially is what's going to be going on.
So GTA, but you can't get out of the car.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what? I gotta. Since 3 of us have
I got a
run in with
story.
the cops.
I got a story.
Zach, have you ever run in with the cops?
I just never get caught.
Oh,
Boy, howdy.
It's actually I got a
Sniped ya.
parking ticket once.
No, I did get pulled over a couple
And
times.
I
just
did
don't
crazy.
try
I got
Yeah.
pulled over in the middle of a blizzard on my way to a dentist appointment.
That sounds about right.
The cop pulled me over for not having a taillight out, and I looked
For
at
not
it.
having.
Yeah, for having a taillight
Why
out.
isn't your taillight out?
Yeah, for having a
And he
taillight out. And
kicks
he's
it.
like,
This
he's
is
like,
a blizzard. Can't you see?
he goes, you know you got a taillight out, right? And I was like, listen. I looked at him. I was like, listen. It's a blizzard outside. I'm just trying to go to the dentist and come home. I was like, I don't want to be out in this stuff just as much as you don't want to be out
You're
in
an
this stuff.
ass to the cops.
I'm not assing the cops. I'm honest.
You're
with
like, listen here.
them. They don't scare
My name
me.
is Jacob Church, and I have a dentist appointment.
They don't
Let
scare
me
me.
go.
I respect them. They don't scare me. If you like, man, I feel like the only real people. Never mind. Forget it. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're done with
I was like,
Go
oh,
down
this-
that road.
Oh, sorry, I had a burp that just went right through my nose.
a burp where that went wrong.
A burp that went wrong. All right, so I got something going on. Well, it's not me personally. Y'all know the Cash Me Outside girl?
Yeah.
Cash Me Outside. How
Yeah,
about
she
that?
got sentenced to what?
Yeah,
they
so
finally
she's-
sentenced her or something.
Yeah, she's not jail, but juvie or whatever it is.
Well, you know she's gonna get bailed out, right?
Oh yeah, because she is getting bailed out because of the cash that she received from her latest music video. Oh yeah, she has a music
Jesus
video, and I
Christ.
listened to it. It's awful.
She got signed by the same record label that has Wiz Khalifa on it.
Oh my
on
God.
record.
Jesus.
No,
Is
it's,
it a rap?
Yes, of course, it's a rap.
What do you mean, of course?
No, but I'm just. It brought me to this thought that was like this girl. Well, I mean, her whole lifestyle is rap, Jake. So, but it brought me to the thought. It was just like we as a public made that girl rich.
Yeah.
Between the people who are like, oh no, she's being, that like support her, which isn't much.
By making her into a meme,
Yeah.
we made her rich. And then those same people that did that are complaining about how she got
Yeah,
rich.
because think about all the parents that are like in uproar when the videos are coming, like that girl needs to go away, like
She needs to meet Jesus.
yes, like,
She needs to meet Jesus.
that girl needs to go to some military school, and like all the like extremes, like people are saying that because there's so much of that. Now the girl's a millionaire, and she's gonna bail out of this for doing whatever she did. I don't know what she did.
Do you realize how many people get paid for the dumbest fucking shit because of the way the internet works nowadays?
I know, it's unreal. And
Who's that guy?
And where's our money?
That's what I was going to say.
We just need to make a stupid viral video. Don't you guys know that guy?
Let's
we
film
made
Jake.
one, but I couldn't piece it together well enough.
Let's
Rip
film
the MRE video.
Let's film Jake skeeting on our car with a skateboard going down
Skeeting?
Music Street.
I'll skeet on your guys' car. Brad's car is black. That would be funny.
Yeah. You don't know what skeeting is?
I know what skeet is.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Is that what it is? Is that what you're insinuating?
No,
Are you
skeeting
talking
is
about
when you,
sketching?
that too.
Sketching?
Sketching, yeah.
Sketching?
Yeah, it's where you grab onto the car and just ride
Sketchers.
on it.
Yeah.
I'll do it on my bicycle.
Please don't skeet on my car.
Oh, we're gonna skeet
I'm
right
gonna
now.
Skeet all over your car.
This is getting really raunchy really fast. No, I'm just then so that
Brad,
happened.
your car's meatloaf and I'm ready for baby gravy. So
Oh my god!
Oh,
All right,
terrible.
so the other thought that came in my head was like, I wonder what other memes like they're famous now because of it. Like
That Target kid was famous for a little while.
I don't even like that one. That one was.
What about remember when Vine was a thing and people made money off of
we
Vine?
made some really good vines, Brad and I.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
basketball ones
Yeah,
are
we
funny.
made some really good ones.
It was like it's all about the camera angle. I think that's all I said all day. It was just,
Yeah, you didn't
it's all
make
about the
any
camera
money.
No.
Whoa. No,
No.
we're making money.
I don't think
No, we're
Vine professional Viners made any money.
No,
I
they
beg to
definitely
differ.
did.
Beg to differ. Logan Paul's in movies now because of Vine.
Yeah,
And his brother Jake Paul
is on
is
Disney
a
Channel
fucking
show.
multi-million-dollar YouTuber.
Yeah, and he's on Disney Channel.
No, he's not.
No,
on
he's not
Disney
anymore.
Channel anymore.
Oh, they took him off.
Yeah, they
Oh,
took
yeah.
him off.
Oh,
Yeah, but he
unfortunate.
got
Yeah,
his
he's rapping now too.
Dude,
Oh, good for him.
They took him off. They took him off Disney Channel, and Los Angeles County, issued essentially a film restriction on his house. Like he can't film in his house
Why?
because
He was doing shit like throwing eggs out of his window.
Yeah,
and he lives in a neighborhood complex too. I every once in a while I catch something like that. Like, why is he doing this?
he's ruined the internet.
he got his face out there because of Vine. He didn't make money because of Vine.
No, they
they-
made money
like-
because of Vine.
right
But
before.
Vine didn't pay them, right?
No, Vine didn't.
No,
pay them,
advertisers
but,
on Vine paid him. That's the thing. Is before Vine's Vine's decline into nothingness essentially
was Swift.
it was fast but right before that advertisers paid people millions of dollars to make Vines.
Well, they were begging for someone to buy them.
Yeah.
They were like Twitter, please buy us, and they were just, nah.
Logan, out of every 3 videos, you must put in a Pepsi can somewhere in the scene. Thank you. Sincerely, Pepsi.
Yeah.
Here's $1 million.
Where you plug a brand in your stupid 30-second video on social
That being
media.
said, hey, the Pixel Force podcast is open for ads. If you want to sponsor the Pixel Force podcast,
Crystal Light, please sponsor us.
Butcher the reads.
yes,
Chris-
I will.
Crystal Light,
Jake
please
will read
sponsor
it.
us.
I'll totally read it. I'll read it in my Kermit the Frog voice.
Mm-hmm.
Consoled. What does that mean?
Wait, it's newsy time already?
It's supposed to be solo.
We'll jump around.
That
Is it a
totally
D?
looks like a D.
Thank God.
Well, Corey wrote it.
Jake
so.
has the most masterful segues in the fucking history of
I know.
podcasts.
Jake, I
Are you
cannot-
going to ask us what we're playing, or you want to jump right into news?
We know what you guys went fucking playing. We said it last week.
Listen,
You said it hasn't
homeboy.
changed since last week.
All right, motherfucker, fine.
Whoa. No, mine has changed. Mine has changed.
All right,
Let's
Brad-
n-
all right,
no, we're
Brad's
not.
What if you finally play Destiny?
Ooh,
No.
called the fuck out. That's
The game that
not
he's
me.
playing instead of Destiny is a crime against Xbox and
No.
its people.
No, you shut your dirty mouth. NHL 18
is a
Oh.
bad game.
It's an
not
awesome
a video game.
If you didn't spend $60 on it, you wouldn't be saying it's an awesome
No,
game.
because I spent $60 on Mario's plus Rabbids, and I talk shit about that. I talk
All right,
shit
whatever.
about that.
Jake already started the news time, so let's do that before
No,
we
you
start
want to talk
arguing.
about NHL?
I don't want to get pissed before we start doing this news stuff.
It's a little bit better.
No, it's not.
Corey, what
It's
have you
not.
been
But if it worked, it'd
It's
be
not.
even
No,
better.
let's. What
Because mine
you
doesn't
so you
work.
brought up Han Solo? Let's do that. No,
Corey, what have you been playing?
I'm not going to talk about what I've been playing before we
so
do news.
Corey has been playing Destiny and Gears.
All right, I'm going to let you talk.
About
Tell me what I've been playing.
You've been playing Gears and Destiny.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, we've
Perfect.
been playing Destiny without you there, Brad.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm sorry. I do things. I go out. I hate that. All right.
Ouch. You know, fucking. We
Yeah.
asked him to be on this and to host this wonderful thing we're trying to create, and he just like. Well, yeah, I have a fucking social life. You guys, you guys are video game
No,
nerds.
no,
You guys
no,
just sit
no.
inside and play
Because I
video games all
invite you
day.
boys out, and guess what happens? You no, I don't want to go out.
You just did that once because it was a mercy invite.
Yeah,
When?
we don't want your.
Just now before we started recording.
No,
We
you
don't want your. We don't want
you
your.
guys would never.
We were
go
like,
to
oh,
Saratoga.
hey, let's stream GTA or some shit. And you're like, yeah. And then right before we hit record, you're like, I'm going to Saratoga. You guys want to come? And we're like, fuck no. We just said we were going to stream.
You guys never.
We're gonna
You
stream
would
GTA.
never.
We're gonna stream
Because we just don't like bars.
Okay,
Bars are the worst.
then that's fine. I go to bars.
I know you do. Look at you.
I know.
If people could see you now, they'd be like, bars. That guy goes to bars.
That's
Oh
it.
my god.
Wow,
Anyway,
we had the biggest cliffhanger right now. This Han Solo topic.
Seriously, what you been playing though?
Brad just said it. Brad literally
You've been playing Han
stole my
Solo?
segment. I've been playing. Yeah, I've been playing Masters of Terras Kasi, the Star Wars fighting game on N64. Han Solo is my main.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
man.
Jake, what have you been playing?
Gears.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh my
we
god.
gotta move. Zach, what have you been playing?
Destiny and Gears.
Oh my
Pretty much it.
gosh, we're
But there is
boring.
something. There's something in Destiny I want to try to find.
Go ahead.
There's a mission. You have to find the spot first and start a mission called Oasis.
And
It's on Titan, and if you go to a specific spot in the mission, you're underwater and you just see out through it. If you wait long enough, there's
I know what you're gonna say.
yeah, there's a freaking thing they call the Leviathan that swims by, and I want to try to I want to catch a glimpse of it.
Zach and
I wish
I.
you could like shoot it and like it would eat you or something.
You can see it if you wait long enough on like above the water. You can see it like breach.
Oh really?
Man,
Yeah,
Zach
I
really
didn't see
does
a
like
clip of that.
he loves his Easter eggs, man.
I just
No,
wanna,
Easter
I
eggs
want to
are
find it. I don't know if it's really an Easter egg. It's just something
eggs
I
are-
added.
You know what? Now you said it. I think Zach is a big. Are you a big Easter egg person? You seem like it.
I do like them. I like that they add those little tidbits in.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Hmm.
Did you guys ever? Oh, was it original? Yeah, it was original. Halo 2, wasn't it? Or it might have been in the Master Chief.
What is
Collection.
it?
What are you
is
gonna
it?
say?
What are you talking about?
Where you can go in the level of New Mombasa, you can go up on the buildings and like, kind of like scale them, and then you get the scarab gun, and it makes the
Yes.
rest of the game super easy.
That's also the Easter egg where there's a soccer field on one of the buildings.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty fucking cool, man. You get an achievement for finding the soccer field.
You have to ride a Banshee basically through the whole level. Like, you know, the tunnels where all the
Yeah, you have
buses
to-
are.
You have to get to the tunnels where you're going over the tunnels in a scorpion tank, get in a banshee, go all the way back
Yeah.
to the beginning, pretty much.
Damn.
Then there's like a building with a soccer field on the roof of it, and the scarab gun, which makes the rest of the game like super easy.
I remember in Halo 2. What's the level where like the thing drops out of orbit and starts just falling from the sky? You know what I'm talking about? No.
No.
You have to go and kill the heretic.
Okay, yeah.
And that
you
thing
gotta,
that-
you gotta
yeah.
take
And that
out
thing
the,
drops
you gotta
out of the
take out the things to
Yep.
make it start falling.
Yep. So there was a point in that where I think it was when I had the Master Chief Collection, I was playing back through it. I had a save point right when the thing started falling, and I jumped when it started falling. And if you do that, you just fly straight up into the sky.
And die.
Well, the save point was right there, right after I jumped, so
Oh.
it just kept looping.
Have you
I
guys
just kept
ever been
dying.
stuck in an instant with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like in any
Yeah.
game? Well,
Skyrim.
Skyrims have done it so
Yeah.
many times.
Skyrim.
You're like fighting some like
you're
super
like
hard
fucking
dragon.
in auto saves, and you're like, no,
Not here.
because like you're already so far from your last save. So if you go back to your last save, you're like, I'm gonna have to do all this. All
Yeah,
over
and at
again."
that point you just turn your Xbox
I used
off.
to like you know, like most people, I could imagine, try to like go throughout the map, like climb some mountain that like clearly you're not supposed to be able to climb, but you find your little nit bits through.
You find your little
auto
nit
saves
bits.
and then you fall.
No, not even auto saves. Like I'll save it on purpose to be like, I've already made it halfway up this mountain, and I don't know if I'm going to make this next jump, so I want to save it here, and so if I do fail, I can go back and try that jump again. Well, that when it saves you, it doesn't save you in the exact position you were in, so I just would loop and keep falling down the mountains.
It reminded me. There's a point in Red Dead, the original one, where you go into a multiplayer match, and you go to like this one specific corner. It'll glitch and put you on top of the map, over the railroad tunnel, and you can just run forever.
That's
And
hilarious.
you can go off the map.
That's pretty funny.
Breaking the game.
Breaking the game.
I've done it a couple times.
Breaking the game. Anyway, Destiny 2.
Go ahead.
Oh, is that why we brought up Halo?
Sure.
Can't remember what we were talking
Sure.
about before Jake brought his Easter egg story to the
Go
table.
ahead. That's what you've been playing, right?
It
That's
is
what I
what I've
heard.
been playing.
I
So
heard
Zach
that.
and I have been... I don't want to say it's a grind.
It's a grind.
I'll say it's a grind, but
So
it's been-
Grind.
we've been doing missions.
Compared to the first Destiny, they drop loot like crazy. And it is
In the
awesome.
new one?
Oh,
Yes, it is awesome because of that. If it
Corey got
wasn't...
exotic Ingram just randomly playing a regular public match.
Just like stupid public events will give you exotic items, and it's fucking awesome.
You got a ship out of that, didn't you?
Yeah, and Zach and I haven't been doing strikes or raids, which is the only thing that people are talking about. We've been doing just
We did 2
Adventures.
strikes today.
shit bit
Day
missions on Earth and shit, and they open up like main quest lines for each of the main NPCs on each planet,
Yeah,
which are also cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's
we did
that's
that.
that's basically what.
Yeah, I saw some gameplay of the Leviathan raid. We're gonna be a hell of a lot higher than
The recommended level.
Also, the fire team requirement is 6,
Oh, it is?
and we have 2 of us.
Why are you not counting me?
Listen, bro.
Oh my god.
2.5.
By the time you get the grind going,
Fair.
Zach and I
Fair.
are gonna be done with the game.
No.
All right, we'll
So you guys
give
are
him
gonna
half
have to
credit.
team
Jake,
up with
when you
3
buying
randoms.
Destiny?
Never. Fuck off.
And
So positions are available for fire team if anybody wants to join.
Pixel Force fire team. There's also a Pixel Force clan in Destiny too.
There
Yep,
is.
join the clan. We'll get you in our fire team.
Somehow. I don't
So
know.
yeah, that's it for me.
Mic is required.
Yes.
Yes.
We want to get to know you
Shit
guys.
talking is required,
Shit talking
It
is
is
100% required.
but you can only talk in the form of Rocket League quick chat selections.
So you have to load up Rocket League and Destiny
Uninstall.
at the same time and use the quick chat in Rocket League to
And copy and
talk
paste it.
shit
Yeah.
and copy and paste it into Destiny.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting to know you guys, we do pay attention to the comments, and we're sorry about the last episode. We had a bit of a software problem.
Yeah, the audio was fucked,
Yeah.
We were fucked.
but thanks for powering through.
Yeah, we wanted to give you guys an episode, but our equipment wasn't
We were
agreeing with us.
Nah, we just wanted to take you
That's-
back over to the good old days when we weren't.
That's the lost episode.
Yeah.
Episode 18 is the lost
I
episode.
think episode 1 was the lost episode because I don't think we ever posted it. Rip.
I don't know if I still have it.
Good.
Anyway,
Han
Anyway.
Solo, right? That's what we're going
Oh,
to
that's what we talked
Oh
about.
my
Sold.
God. but yeah, has
I'm
anyone
sold.
else been playing anything new besides NHL 18 or Destiny or Gears?
I still have to try that Wildlands beta. I'll probably try that tomorrow.
That's free to play this weekend. Did you
wanna
know
do
that?
And Overwatch is too.
You guys
Oh,
wanna try
this will
it?
be this.
We have
This will
We
be
all
out.
have Overwatch.
This will be out before.
Why the fuck
Sure.
doesn't...
No, it doesn't matter to us, but it might matter to someone else.
They're not gonna hear us.
Well, it's gonna be too late then.
That goes
You should download it.
Same with the Wildlands beta.
that no that Ghost Recon.
Wildlands.
What is the mode called? 2v2 something
Yeah, it's like
something.
2v2 players.
So the game is free to download this weekend, but you can only play that mode.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's
gotta-
actually 4v4.
I think it's only like 30 gigs too.
No, it was 2v2.
It's 2v2?
Yeah, I got the beta code in an email.
Yeah, last week we said it was 4v4, but it's actually 2v2.
Oh, was it?
It'd
Yeah.
be way cooler if it was
There's
4v4.
a correction.
anyway.
I'll
Um,
email later.
so
what exactly is it, though?
I haven't tried it yet.
Is it like
Yeah,
a
I'm not sure
stealth-based multiplayer mode? Because that would be sick.
I think they just open the whole map to whoever and
Fight each
Or
other.
maybe a
just-
section of the map, because like the map is divided into different sections.
Was I talking to
Yeah.
you about it, or was I talking
Yeah.
to you about
No, you're
it?
talking to
It
me
wasn't
about
I
it.
was talking to you about it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if... Maybe he might have brought it up last week. Did I bring it up last week?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe.
We don't know
he-
unless you tell us.
No, you're just talking to me about it.
so-
That's all it was.
A cool game mode for like a game like Wildlands, where there's a lot of NPCs on the map along with players. Like you do a 4v4 mode, where it's almost like Evolve's multiplayer, where like you have to take out NPC outposts along to unlock resources that can help you beat the other team.
It's like Warzone in Halo 5.
Yeah, so you both start out with nothing, and then as you're killing NPC, yeah, it's a lot like Warzone. Actually, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Rip. Never mind.
Wow, real original there, Jake.
So no one's been playing anything else besides those three
Look,
games.
NHL's a great game. I made my own team in
Can
it.
you? All right, Brad. I want to hear your piece about NHL because here's what I've heard.
What?
The NHL threes mode, which is a 3v3 arcade mode, is good. It's not great. Also, they haven't added anything to the mechanics of the game to differentiate it much. Like similar to what you said on previous episode, NHL 15 was like the most drastic change and the best
That wasn't
change.
an episode though. I said that to you over Xbox.
Well, but do you agree
Yeah.
that NHL 15 was the last good one?
NHL 15 was like the last big where they were kind of like making big leaps and bounds in like
Same
quality
thing
of the
with
game.
FIFA too.
Um,
FIFA was like that.
Yeah,
NHL
15.
They kind of
15 was
capped
great.
right about there. There wasn't much else you could really do. So, and also NHL 15 had a game mode in it that was it was was it 15? Yeah, because they were going back. They did their anniversary to when the first NHL came out and did the arcade mode, and that was it was fast
Just
paced.
like 2 buttons too, right?
Yeah, it was 2 buttons. It was just like pass, shoot. That was pretty much it. Oh, and you could like poke check to block shots and stuff. But it was like super fast paced, and it was fun. That's the thing. NHL, you can turn up the gameplay pace, but no one does it. And if you play online, the gameplay pace is reduced down to like authentic, like what it is in real life. And that's where actually, so it's a funny thing is like that game's gone down ever since they brought the speed to more realistic.
So people want like a
arcadey.
like an NHL Street type game where it's just like
Yeah,
Yeah, and
That
you know
would be
there
sick.
was
rollerblades.
There was one. It was like NHL All Star or something like that I had for the Xbox 360, and I would just play.
called like Slapshot or something.
Or
like that?
NHL. That's what it was. I think it was NHL Slapshot.
It was like 3v3 hockey the whole time.
Yeah, and I loved it. It was like $5, and you got power ups and
Yeah,
shit.
it was like the NBA Jam of the NHL.
Yeah, it was cool. No, the NHL 3s for the NHL 18. I like it. It's fun. It's something different. So this will be another kind of like small leap, but I don't know. EA games. How can you really get much better now? They've kind of done all the main modes. Every EA game now has like a franchise mode, a create your own player mode,
Ultimate Team.
I mean,
No.
what else do you really go with it? And we're at the point of graphics. Like, how much better can you really get?
Yeah, until we see the Xbox One X do its thing, I think that games are sort of... Destiny 2 looks really good, but
that game is going to look unreal on the PC.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
look unbelievable.
Especially if they come out with a version 4.
Especially since the version that's coming out on PC isn't a port; it's a PC version of the game.
When is that out, by the way, the PC version of Destiny? I think it's
November?
October or something.
October?
I think it's late October.
20th or something like that.
Yeah. But, so NHL 15 is still your favorite, though? This hasn't changed anything?
I mean, yeah, I also have a soft spot. I was ranked really. I was in the top 1%.
That's a 2014 release. 2014 is a hell of a
He's
year.
bringing up his
How many times
top
do you think you brought that up?
There were 5 players total online, and he was the top 1%.
That's right.
2014 was a hell of a game. Or a hell of a year for games. They had NHL,
good.
Dragon Age, Master Chief Collection,
Skyrim.
Shadow of Mordor.
Was
No,
Skyrim.
Skyrim was
2011.
2012.
Yeah, that was
Metro Redux was 2014.
Mm.
One of my favorite games ever.
2014, I'd say, was the year of the Redux, the redos.
Because people were like, we haven't been, all of our games that we've been developing for the new consoles are still in development. We got to port our
Dude, I
remasters.
remember going and like, I would go to GameStop and I would look at the shelf and I'd be like, it's all reboots. Like it's all this like just newer versions of
Yep.
older games.
Yeah, any game that came out for the Xbox One and PS4 at launch was already being developed for the new consoles, and any game past that was too early to put it out, so 2014 was all remasters.
Speaking of things being remade, I told you about this earlier, Corey. Guess what's being remade for Xbox One?
Wait,
You'll never get it.
Don't tell me. Bayonetta 2.
No.
Are we all getting guesses?
Jake.
What's your guess?
Oh, you did tell me this. Okay, I know what it is.
Blinks.
Nope.
What?
It's not a game.
It's not a game.
I was gonna surprise him with that.
It's not a game, so it's a movie.
It's the game you don't play.
It's the game you don't. Is it a sex game?
No.
It's a movie. It's a adventure game.
All right, let me just tell you. You're not gonna get it. They're remaking the Duke, which is the original bulky Xbox controller.
Oh, I'm pissed that
I'm
you
switching to
No,
PlayStation.
I'm pissed that he brought it up that way because that you gave me no chance to guess it.
You would have never guessed it.
I did because I watched the same video that you watched to get your information from.
That
I knew that was
controller
coming
was
back.
Fucking horrible.
It's
Yep.
horrible. It's like holding a small baby.
They're even
It's
building a display screen into
Hold
it.
it. Wait.
Get the fuck.
For those who don't know what the Duke is the super giant, bulky
It was the
original
original-
Xbox
yeah, like-
controller.
Before they fixed it up.
Before they like streamlined it and made it smaller.
And
essentially.
handheld. Something you can
Is
actually
it
hold
still
in
is
your
it still gonna have the black and white buttons?
So how
That's
hila-
pretty fucking cool.
how hilarious
I'm
I can
debating
accept
on getting it.
I'm not gonna get it.
how hilarious would it be if you could play the Duke on current games? Like use the Duke for playing.
Yeah, like instead of hitting right bumper to reload the gears, you had to hit the black button at the bottom.
the,
it would be a pain in the
It's not even
ass.
at the bottom.
dude.
It's like up in the corner.
the black and white buttons were stupid.
No, on the Duke, weren't they at the bottom?
Yeah, they're underneath
Were they on the-
A, X, B, and Y.
Underneath
Yeah.
AX, B, and Y.
Yeah, because that's
That
how
would
you,
be
the
horrible.
white button of it. That's how you turn on your flashlight in Halo. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all I remember.
Makes
about that
sense.
button.
White is light.
Mhm.
What is the
Is
black
that
button?
racist?
No.
That sounded racist, Corey.
Unless if the black button didn't do anything in Halo, then it'd be racist. But I think it did something.
My God, that's bad. No, the Duke is coming.
pretty funny. That was
Is
a
it?
good
It's
joke.
not from
Joke of the
Xbox.
week?
Though,
Yeah,
is it?
it's up in the upper right corner.
Oh, Zach pwned us.
Oh shit!
fuck off,
Get
Zach,
Shrek
whatever.
your life over.
And the start and select buttons were at the bottom.
Shut the fuck up.
Please
Hell no, I'm right for
No,
once.
Jake. No singing that song on. Wait, so is Xbox the one making the controller, or is it a third party?
I think
It's Pelican Bay.
I'm sure it's a
Pelican
third
Bay
party.
is
Yeah.
making the
Oh
control.
my God!
Remember when Mad Cats was a thing?
I was just gonna bring up Magic.
They
No,
were.
it's,
They went out of business.
And how shitty their
Hyper-
controllers were.
Hyperkin.
Hyperkin?
Yep.
Hyperkin. Is it gonna have one of those?
Microsoft has
hyper-turbo
approved
buttons on it?
Hyperkin's updated remake of the original Xbox controller.
Did you guys ever get a third-party controller that had the turbo button on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the.
I never got it to work.
the buttons on the back that you press with your
No,
ring
it was
finger.
just a turbo button. It was like next to the
It did
the
nothing.
start button.
It did nothing.
No.
What are you talking about? I had it for Halo and I hit it and it fucking made my gun just go bah, and I couldn't control it when it stopped shooting.
Oh, I couldn't find a game.
You ever use the modded controllers that had buttons like where your ring finger and pinky finger go, and you could press those to reload or bind them
Well,
to
yeah,
other
that's
buttons?
how the Xbox Elite controllers are. They have the paddles on the back.
That's right. I didn't even
They're
realize that.
fucking sick, especially for when you play Gears of War.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because to bounce in and out of cover and popcorn and having just that on the back of the button so you can just keep your fingers on the trigger. Fucking awesome.
I don't know why they're bringing back.
I want to know, can people comment if they are Gears of War fans?
Yeah, please. Wow. Although
We like comments.
Jake
know
brings up Gears a lot. He needs some.
I
He
need
needs some support.
Need someone to defend him.
No, there's no defense. The game
Like-
defends itself.
That game's almost a
No,
year
no,
old
it
though.
needs
You guys don't
defense.
play it.
It needs defense.
I play it.
Just because Brad's
What?
bad at it.
No, don't even say I'm bad. Don't even say I'm bad because you've been seeing me at the top of those leaderboards.
Yeah, Brad has.
Yeah, bish.
Brad is actually
Yeah,
pretty
bish.
good for a noob.
Well, Brad, that's because Brad, we've told Brad the ins and outs. Don't aim down your
And-
sights ever.
And I played Gears 1 and 3. So
You skipped the best one.
Yeah,
really.
dog.
Yeah,
Two.
because I didn't. I don't know. I was in the.
You have it.
8th grade.
You have Gears 2.
I don't have Gears 2.
If you bought Gears 4, you have 1, 2, 3, and 3. And Judgment.
I have Gears 2.
Jake,
So-
can you quickly, please, pause everything, rank the Gears of War games?
Rank
Just real
'em?
quick. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Do it right now.
Go from the bottom to the top.
Yes.
I'll go from 5 to 5 to
5 to 1.
5 to 1. All right.
So we're including Judgment.
Yep.
Go.
Judgment is 5.
Yes.
Man, it's hard.
There's a timer going.
1 is 4. The original one, not the Ultimate Edition one. The original one.
Yeah.
3 is 3. 4 is
15 seconds
2,
left.
and 2 is 1.
All right. Say that again without the number rankings.
So just instead of saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to say that. actually
Judgment, Gears of War, Gears of War 3, Gears of War 4, Gears of War 2.
Okay. Yes. I
The only
1,000% agree.
The only reason I'm giving Gears of War 1 a 4, like ranking it 4, is because if you've ever played the first Gears of War, there's a huge gap at the end of the story that makes no fucking sense.
What's the? It's. They didn't really know what they were working with when they.
But
made
in the
Gears one.
Ultimate Edition, they addressed it because you play that bonus level where you're at the railroad station.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But in the first original one, you just went from being underground and then you were all of a sudden on a train.
Yeah,
with a
right.
lightning bomb. And you were like,
fighting General Ram.
Okay.
I would maybe switch Gears 1 for Gears 3.
You didn't like 3?
I did not like Gears 3.
I like 3 a lot.
Okay. Wow. I understand.
Was a good game.
The main reason I like 3 a lot was because of the Thrash Ball uniform.
I feel like they switched the graphic style in Gears 3 a little bit.
Judgment deserves to be 5th because it's horrendous.
Judgment is a horrible game. Anyway.
Yeah,
anyways,
what
what
are
are we talking
good
about?
with that?
So, yeah. Comment down below what you rank them.
Hopefully you like.
Or just let us know if you even like Gears, because Jake brings it up every episode.
Clearly his favorite game. I can't wait until Jake finds a new game that he is in love with.
It's probably going to be made by the Coalition, so.
Oh God. Is it time to finally? We've been saying his name forever.
Han Sold.
Yeah,
Han
all right.
Someone's been listening like, they said Han Solo 20 minutes ago. Where the fuck is he?
All right, bring it up, Brad.
Oh no. Okay.
Let's cue the news music.
Now, your local gaming news with your crew, the Pixel Forest News Team.
Pixel Forest News.
Hey everybody, here it's Brad with Pixel Forest News. Han Solo. We're talking about the Han Solo movie. There's a picture leaked.
There's a pitcher of water?
No, not of water. It's of the Kessel Run that Han Solo did in 12
Rumored
parsecs.
to be Kessel Run.
Parsecs.
Yeah, it's not, nothing's confirmed yet. But
Who shot first?
Han,
All right.
what you think? No,
Lee Harvey Oswald shot first.
Destroy Brad in the comments.
please. No, Han's a badass. He wasn't taking no chances.
So anyway, Kessel Run.
Yeah,
I heard
so-
there's a Han Solo movie. True or false?
That's been
Well, that's true.
yeah, that's been out for a while.
There's- It's rumored about one of the topics that's going to be covered.
So is this leaked photo tied to that movie or no?
Yes. So the whole idea is this. I don't know what it is. I didn't actually see the photo itself, but the whole idea of the photo is that it's leading that they're going to talk about, or there's going to be a scene about the Kessel Run, which Star Wars fanboys know that Han Solo's Millennium Falcon did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, which is someone looked it up. I think it's a unit of distance or something like that.
It's probably
It's
a
a
unit
measurement.
Of time.
It's a measurement of time.
Is it parsec?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let me look it up real quick.
Go ahead. But no, so that might be that might be a leaked. You know, could be a possible scene you might see in the upcoming Han Solo movie, which isn't that far away. I mean, Episode 8's out this year, and Han Solo's out next year.
So it was a picture of what looked like a mine shaft.
Holy
the picture's
shit.
not loading yet. So this picture looked like a mine shaft. I think it was tweeted by Real Ron Howard, and the comment was "spicy" with a question mark.
Yes, because it was the spice.
The Kessel Spice Mine was
Yep.
mentioned by Han Solo.
Holy crap. All right. So I got it.
Yeah, the
It's an
parsecs?
actual unit of measurement, like, of
Okay.
distance. It is distance.
Oh,
Parsec.
But it's distance and time.
who's it recognized by? Like English standard, or is it metric? Or is it
Science.
neither? Oh,
Parsec.
No, seriously, it's a unit of scientific
Well, I guess
measurement.
sec
But what does it
stands for
measure?
second.
Yeah.
1 parsec is approximately 3.26 light years.
okay.
So I guess it's a
And
mixture
light
of
years,
time and
light
distance.
years is a measurement of distance
Light speed.
It is.
because something is light years.
Made
away.
the jump to light speed.
Do you know how fast the speed of light is?
Do you, Jake?
Yep.
Okay. How fast is it?
No, take a wild shot in the dark.
Is it the speed that light travels?
You would be correct. Ding 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 ding. No,
We're looking for a little more specific
it's
than that, Brad.
186,000 miles a second. That's how.
You
fast
know
it's-
the number?
Was that there
I'm
on
gonna
the
fact check
on
on
the
that.
page?
No, it wasn't on the page. Fuck off.
Open your phone back up, Jake.
I read books about it.
Open your
You
phone
don't
back
read.
up. Anyway, next news topic.
Hey, that was the real quick.
The only thing that's up on my phone is about parsecs.
What's
Get
that?
the fuck out.
I see. What's that part right there, Jake?
Shut the fuck up. You didn't see shit.
All right, that long-awaited Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
That was
topic.
lackluster. at
No.
best.
No, if
So
you're,
what was
if you're a fanboy
what was
like
it? There's a
myself,
leaked
that is-
photo of
You're-
what?
It wasn't leaked. It was just a photo of it looked like a mine shaft, and the comment below said "spicy" with a question mark, by the real Ron Howard.
Which
Question.
answer?
So that run that Han Solo, the Millennium Falcon did,
The Kessel Run.
the Kessel run, it's supposed to be through a mine shaft.
No, Kessel.
That's
The Kessel planet had a mine, like a specific mine, like
Okay.
a spice mine.
But it said he did
relates
in
it to the
12
location.
parsecs.
Yes.
Yes, he did a specific run.
So
which
this
I don't know.
planet
know.
is light years long, is what you're saying?
I don't know exactly.
No, maybe it's the run. So the Spice Run could be
Is
like
is it like the gumball rally that goes across the U.S. Maybe?
maybe no. I think so. Like a run could be like how quickly, like like we have trade routes. like whether legal or illegal.
Roots, yeah.
Weed, marijuana.
Roots.
No, someone could if they were really good, they could cut down their travels in one of those routes if they
Roots, but yeah.
were well skilled in something. In this case, being space travel. So,
Roots.
He was a smuggler.
like, what if he was going through like an asteroid field or something, a lot of rocks, and he just found a route that just 12 parsecs right through. That's pretty impressive.
It's just a path from like a trade route, I guess.
That's pretty impressive. This fictional universe where you.
Yeah, I know, right? I
Pretty
mean,
fucking impressive.
I know. He looks like my dad.
Today on All Things Considered.
All right, next topic. Han Solo is now sold. PUBG versus Fortnite.
So, you know how
Fortnite now has that mode that's like PUBG in a lot of ways. Like
Yes.
they even pretty much came out with it, saying that like this is pretty much what PUBG is.
anyway, PUBG is not too happy about that.
No.
They're looking to take. I think they're looking to take some legal action with it.
Blue
Because-
Hole.
What's that?
Blue Hole is the company that
Right.
makes
PUBG.
PUBG.
So,
PUBG.
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 Player
So-
Unknown's Jiggle Grounds.
For pretty much stealing the idea.
but the thing is, PUBG sort of got it from, what was it?
H1Z1.
H1Z1.
Yeah, H1Z1.
King of the Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
calling probably too is in there.
Listen,
Calling's more Hunger Games style. That's more of like you
Well-
find
That's still battle royale though.
right, but that now you have to build everything. Like
That's true.
so the amount of Battlegrounds clones that are going to be released within the next year or two, and if Player Unknowns or Blue Hole is willing to sue all those people, they're going to spend the rest of their lives in court.
Yeah.
Because
which
there's gonna
means
be-
that is going to be the death of that game.
I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't
I
even.
think they just need to let it go
Yeah.
because it's not going to be as successful as PUBG.
I think the main reason was because
Fortnite blatantly said there was like a copy of them. Like they specifically mentioned PUBG in it.
Okay.
I,
So what?
I think that's more so the reason because GTA did the same thing, but I don't think they mentioned PUBG at all.
So what the developers, what Blue Hole needs to do is they need to be like. So Fortnite claims that they can copy us. Let's prove them wrong to the community.
Well,
Because how many people versus how many people are playing Fortnite on Twitch versus PUBG?
15 million are playing Fortnite.
15 million are playing Fortnite.
15 million are currently registered.
Wait, is that
Whatever.
copy sold or
It's free to play, so I think it's like
What?
creating an account.
Fortnite?
Or wait, am I
Fortnite
getting
is not
confused?
free to
Fortnite's
Oh,
play?
I get that
$40.
confused.
Yeah.
I'm getting that confused with
Fortnite has 3 different tiers: 40, 50, and 60.
what's it? What am I thinking of? What's the Paladins? I got that confused.
Oh, okay.
Paladins
Yeah.
is trash.
Yeah.
That's an Overwatch clone.
I feel
Exactly.
like it's a Smite clone.
Wasn't Paladins out before Overwatch though?
No.
Anyway,
No, the other thing is too with this the whole story is PUBG used Fortnite or the company that owns Fortnite. They used their engine. They asked them they were like I guess friends you could say
Well,
companies
Because
where they were
Epic,
friends.
Epic Games was what did Fortnite, right?
So
Yeah.
they were
Yeah, so that's the Unreal Engine. That's the same engine that
Yes.
PUBG's using.
So they asked them they were the ones who helped them build the engine for the game. So that's why I think Fortnite probably was like, well, we've helped them. Let's take a little bit back. So that's the thing. But overall for the 1,000-foot view, PUBG copied H1Z1, who's now being copied by Fortnite, and PUBG's upset about it when in reality they copied somebody.
That's like stealing cash from the thief who stole cash. And
Yeah.
Him getting pissed
and then
off
you're
about it,
mad
telling the cops.
because someone stole from you when
Yeah.
reality you
That
stole.
makes sense. That totally makes sense.
So I don't know. PUBG just if you focus on yourselves, you've already sold.
Just focus
30
on your
million
fucking
copies.
game, dude.
So
Just focus on making your game as great as it could be.
and getting it out
Yeah.
of beta because it's still in beta.
yeah.
Once that, but that's the thing too is you're arguing with Fortnite's out. Fortnite's done. It's released.
Is it? I thought we talked about last week. It was in beta.
No, I'm pretty sure it's done and just out because, like he was saying, they have the 3 different tiers that you could buy into. I mean, I don't know what that comes with, but
Yeah.
if PUBG just focuses on finishing their game and put it out, I think they'll squash this Fortnite bug before it even gets big.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the comments?
Yeah. You got some comments? What?
So shout out to Danielle Roche who commented on the last podcast. She says, "I honestly think that the games in early access work better in the MLG scene because of the updates made to them are much more dramatic and interesting and keeps the meta interesting. Also, your audio blows."
Which we called that out earlier.
No, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
It does. It keeps the meta fresh.
So I'm just saying that Brad keeps complaining that
It's not out of
PUBG
beta.
is still not out of beta.
No.
I hate how you say beta. You got to say early access
Okay,
because
I'll
beta
say it.
is a totally different thing.
All right, I'll say early access. So, I from a player's standpoint, I love that it's in early access because I keep getting brand new content for free.
that's what she's talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps the meta fresh.
Yep. So now, if I was the creator on PUBG, I want to get that game done because right now I'm putting out all this content and I'm not getting any additional money for it besides maybe more people buying the
Yeah.
game. If I'm the one owning the I want to finish this so I can start coming out with DLC. Oh, there's $15 DLC out there. Now it's more money.
You greedy son of a bitch.
Well, this is a company, right? You got to make those Benjamins,
Yeah.
dog.
No, microtransactions. That's the way to go.
You got to think about it too from a standpoint. These guys left whatever developer they were at because they wanted to build games for gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You build games for gamers. You don't charge them for DLC. You don't charge them for anything that extra.
Well,
comes
we
in the
will
game.
see. We will see.
Are there
Maybe they'll just keep
microtransactions
it-
in PUBG?
No.
It's still in early access too, though.
Ark has microtransactions and it's still in early access.
It's not now.
Ark is out of early access?
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't
I thought we
think it
talked
is.
about because they got like a full price. The price went up on it.
Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah.
But isn't that because they added DLC and it's still in early access?
I don't know. I thought it got.
An actual release.
Speaking of terrible games, Jake Shave, if you're listening to this, Ark is a
How many
terrible
hours do you
game.
think that guy put into it?
1,000.
Jake Shave?
Yeah.
That's all he plays.
I could look and tell you right now.
Probably a month's worth.
We're completely calling him out on this.
I'm calling him out.
Let's do a all right,
You wanna
call in
call
line.
him? I'll
Let's
call
do a
him.
call in line.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, Jake.
So,
Don't be sorry.
what was it? July 6th, it came out of Steam Early Access. And that's why
Wow.
why the price went up
Yeah.
That's intense.
to a
There's-
full
there's a-
$60.
Good for them. Good for them.
Here comes the DLC.
I was pissed that it was in early access for so long and they were still like tearing money from people and
Yeah, people aren't too happy about it and its actual release either. Because they say it's still like buggy as hell.
yeah. And I wonder how much agency they have over the game now that it's fully released. Whereas if your game's in early access, you can do whatever the fuck you want
You
to
guys
it.
ready?
But once it's fully released, it's you have to the certification process for modifying your game is very strict once your game is out of early access.
Okay, we're going to go to Jake here because Jake was so excited about some topic he had to interrupt Corey.
Well, no, because I'm calling Jake Shave out about how much he played Ark.
oh.
You just
Oh,
give
boy.
his full name out?
I don't fucking fuck.
He was going to be on this
He was
podcast.
supposed to be on this, and he ditches us every time.
Well, that's why we got a mixer
only
with
asked him
4
once.
microphones and not 5.
No, we've asked him a handful of times.
Next time one of us has to, go to Virginia Beach or something,
What's your
we'll have
guess?
Jake Shave on.
How many hours?
Yep.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna say a month's worth.
460.
No, it's not a month's worth. I'd say probably.
I always see him on.
416?
460.
460?
400? I'm thinking like 100. 100 hours.
460.
You can double
I guess
it.
if he played 100
Double it?
days for 1 hour.
All right, how many hours?
883 hours.
Holy shit.
Shade.
And he's not even the worst offender. There are people who have sunk their entire lives into Ark Survival Evolved.
You know what? He's got his money's worth. He's got. His,
Yeah, really.
Especially if he got it early access.
Yeah.
Not beta, early access.
Yeah. I saw an ad for Ark Survival Evolved on YouTube. That was weird.
Hmm.
It was a live action ad.
Can
Yeah.
you run? Are you allowed to run ads if you're not out of early access?
Sure you can.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Listen, us talking about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is basically an ad for them.
Yeah.
It's free.
At some point,
Where's our money?
Yeah. PlayerUnknown's, feel free to sponsor Pixel Force podcast.
Yeah, we.
To put it into perspective,
Go ahead.
183 hours is pretty close to 1,000, we can assume.
Right.
1,000 hours is roughly half of all the available work hours in a given year, in a calendar year. So he's
Good for him.
He's put about a third of an entire works year's hours into
Works years.
hours into that piece of shit game.
Nice.
Listen, Ark might not be a piece of shit game, but from the looks of it, it looks pretty terrible.
It may not be that bad, but from the looks of it.
But I don't want to give it.
Listen, I can't. I'm not gonna have a validated opinion unless I play it.
But you're not gonna play it.
Fuck no.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
It just looks like a Minecraft ripoff.
Minecraft ripoff.
Mind games.
Like Velcro.
What?
Like a Band-Aid.
Halo 3 backwards compatible.
Speaking of Halo,
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That
Can we
was
talk about that?
Sure.
you
They're
mean
all
that
backwards compatible
you
now.
mean that it's because of you mean because it's part of the Master Chief Collection? You don't know why they made it.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you realize how many games are backwards compatible, and they also have remasters of those same games
Yeah.
on Xbox?
None of that makes any sense to me.
It doesn't to me either, but people like money, so
What the fuck is Phil Spencer doing? What is he doing?
Phil Spencer. Speaking of Phil Spencer,
Spell Fencer?
Spill Fencer.
Yeah. What do
Phil
you got?
Spencer.
What's up?
Someone tweeted at him asking. So
Corey. Someone don't.
Yeah.
So,
Ignore my
listen.
burp. Keep going.
So listen, Fortnite. Remember you were talking about that thing where PlayStation or someone
yeah.
was
Yeah.
was mixed, like they accidentally added crossplay to to their game. Was that Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite. And
So-
apparently there was like rumor on Rocket League too, but it definitely happened on Fortnite.
So, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Brad. Someone tweeted at Phil Spencer saying, how do you feel about crossplay on Fortnite, like that whole fiasco?" And Phil Spencer said, "We would have loved to seen them keep it in the game."
Yeah,
So-
Phil Spencer is all
So the
for it.
ball is in Sony's court.
Yeah, Phil Spencer has always been all for cross-platform play.
So
He wants to unionize video games.
Oh my
Yeah.
He
gosh,
wants it
we're
to be
going
Alright,
into-
video games.
for those who don't know who Phil Spencer is.
Oh,
Phil Spencer is the head of Xbox.
People know
He
who Phil
doesn't
Spencer is.
call the shots, but he's the forward-facing
yeah,
personality
he's
when
the
it
one that
comes
does
to.
all press conferences and.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, Nintendo, Xbox, and PC already can crossplay like Minecraft.
You guys are rolling right into the topic.
Sorry,
you didn't
Brad
want to
is
talk
making me
about.
laugh so hard I
No.
can't talk.
Oh my gosh. The topic that Corey specifically did not want me to bring up, which is title. Oh, you guys didn't even put it on the board. That's how bad you didn't want me to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I asked you what
We
your
don't have a
topics
board.
were.
We don't have
I
a
did.
board. We do a think tank.
We
and
this
come
is
up with all
like
these.
we are all
We call it
telepathic.
the board.
No, don't put it on there because I'm gonna start it right here.
No,
right
he's just
now.
crossing it out.
Oh, he's crossing it out.
That didn't do exact. Oh, are you erasing it on purpose?
I'm erasing with a dead marker.
Oh, I was like, that's not the eraser. What is happening?
All right, no.
You know, these
So
haven't erased
my
our
topic right here is multiplayer killing PlayStation. So
Oh no! So you're gonna shit talk?
Yeah,
Sony?
No,
here
I'm
comes
not-
the shit talk.
no,
segment.
I just because I don't have a PlayStation doesn't mean I'm gonna shit talk. I'm worried that we may not have a PlayStation console.
We'll have PlayStation.
Oh no, it'll be around.
You think?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
It was out before.
So
Xbox
there was a
was.
stat.
What
that
are you
came out-
saying?
There was a stat that came out recently saying that back in the day, as when I mean back in the day, I mean like late, like I don't know, I'd say like 2007 to like 2011, right around that area. Gaming was still primarily like the primary focus on a game, a major game release would come out would be the single player, and then followed up by the multiplayer. Well, now all the bigger titles nowadays are primarily multiplayer with a single player mode in it. And so Sony is most of their big titles are based off of single players.
Except
That's
for
true.
Call of Duty, they have Call of Duty now. By the way,
Yes, they do have Call of Duty now. So that's why I'm saying like this when I say PS4 is dying, if it ever did, I don't want to say it's going to happen next year. I'm talking like 10 years from now maybe. But this is not if that is where the numbers are trending, PlayStation's not doing well, and this whole not being able to do cross platform play, and if they're the ones that are like, no, we don't want to do it, how does that? You're just hurting yourself.
Mm.
I don't know.
you want to know what would? Not that it would make me mad, but if they did implement like the whole cross-platform play, it would be awesome. First of all,
Yes.
it would be good for both companies.
So
But I
there
don't.
were-
I don't want Sony to have Xbox.
So isn't it-
exclusives.
isn't it weird that they
And
all
vice versa.
have?
Well, it's not really saying that they're gonna have exclusives. They're just like these games that are on both consoles can be cross-played.
Yeah, but why don't they do it? That's the weird part.
No, everything that I hear is for PlayStation's reason they're not doing it is because they want to keep. They don't want to lose their base. They don't want to like lose people because like they have these games. They don't want to like be just like, oh, we can play it on both consoles. Why not just get an Xbox or whatever?
So are they saying if we restrict our fan base by not having cross-platform play, that they think they're going to lose them?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, then that's not good. I don't know. I
They're
want
gonna,
Sony to
they're
stick
gonna
around.
lose them just because they're not doing this.
I want Sony to stick around, but these are not.
Wait, you're saying
moves.
Sony is going to lose their player base because they're not providing cross-platform?
If there's cross platforms for PC, Xbox, and
Nintendo.
yeah, why
Even Nintendo, for crying
Sony's
out
left out? This Sony's not a Nintendo that can just come up with a random title and keep going. They're running out.
I mean,
PlayStation does have some really good exclusive games. Like they have the fan base already. They've had this fan base forever. They're still gonna keep like those really diehard PlayStation ones. But I mean, if like people, what was one of the main reasons you got an Xbox?
Because my friends were there.
Exactly.
So do you think that Sony and Microsoft won't provide cross-platform play because they're...
I mean, they're still talking with Microsoft about it. It's not like it's a done deal. No, we're not going to do this thing.
I'll tell you what. A new president for Sony and or Microsoft comes into the picture, everything's going to change. If Sony, like, say a new president comes into the picture for Sony, a younger president, that's
it's
not
it's an age thing.
Listen, the forward...
It is essentially an age thing. It's an age thing because the guys that are running Sony and Microsoft right now, they understand their fan base and they understand that exclusives reign supreme in who buys consoles.
But that's a large group of people.
It is a large.
One person does not... Phil Spencer has 80 people talking down his throat saying what to say when people ask him questions like that on Twitter. So just one man replacing another man is not going to change shit.
He's just the figurehead.
Yeah.
That's true.
So this is a group of people making
Yeah.
this decision.
But the
I don't
thing
know.
It's a company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have to make every game they have crossplay. Like you don't have to be able to have. Oh, excuse me. You don't have to be able to have like Halo be playable on PlayStation or like
No.
Uncharted on Xbox.
And I think
you
the...
know what that would do is that would piss a lot of people off.
Exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
the exclusives...
As long as they keep their exclusives exclusive to the console, that's fine.
Exactly.
But I mean, they're talking about games like, well, PUBG's going to be coming out. They've got Call of Duty, Battlefield, like a couple of the racing games, I think, still.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft. Games like that, if those were crossplay, there's no big problem with that. Because they'll still have the fan base for those exclusive games. It's like these games that both consoles have that they can play.
So you think that because if a game is exclusive to PlayStation and people really like it, because if they implemented cross-platform play, they would be like, well, why can't we have this game? Why is this game exclusive to PlayStation? Why can't we play it if you can
People like that anyways.
All right, yeah, I know that, but like Last of Us Online.
I'm just saying that
was a good game.
that was.
Exactly. So why can't, as Xbox players, why can't we have that? If cross-platform play was available for every game, and then Last of Us comes out and it's got great multiplayer, and we're like, well, what the fuck? Why can't we play that?
Yeah.
That's why they won't do
Yeah.
it.
Now here's
That, and you also got to take into like consideration the logistics of the whole thing. You do cross-platform play, you got to start sharing servers.
Yeah.
And when you
That's
start
right.
sharing servers, PlayStation, like, not to shit talk, but they have had issues of credit card numbers getting stolen and shit off their servers.
yeah.
They
yeah.
have server issues.
Well, on the other
and
side,
I think Xbox knows that too. They're like, we want to try to stay away from Sony servers, to be completely honest.
also, I mean, you think of the other. I mean, Xbox. I mean,
They
we
just-
all have had issues. It's just the lag.
The lag.
Especially if you're playing FIFA mid-match. Once a match, mid-match, you're gonna have lag.
But yeah, like, I'm talking, like, not even necessarily lag, but, like, just
I get what you're saying.
You're bringing two. The console war has been established, and it's been there for 3 generations now. You're gonna bring 2 toxic communities together on the same server network. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
shit talk so many Sony players.
I
if
don't
we
know,
ever get
man. I just don't.
cross-platform.
I don't think.
That's going to
To
bring
be
so much
completely
more
honest, I don't
now.
think we're
Yeah, I
going
know.
to see it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
No, it's not going to happen. There's too many business deals in place to allow it.
I do think what actually, could possibly happen over this is Sony and Xbox come together and make a joint console, one run, and then just have servers up for that console and put all their games on it.
So
That'll be terrible for
I was
us.
gonna say no. Wait. So here's the weird move. So, one game I'm still very excited. I want to play I want to play the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Yeah.
Well, that has already been out for Sony, PlayStation
For
consoles.
a few months now.
Yeah, for about 2 months now. Xbox, they wasn't originally going to come out for Xbox or PC, but because there was such a hype and demand, like, hey, we want it for us, it's now coming out. I already talked about this a couple months ago, but it's coming out, I think, in December.
Is
for
it actually
Xbox.
confirmed that's going to happen?
Oh yeah, it's definitely confirmed. It's happening.
Is that now? Is
They have a
that
release date and everything. I just can't think of it off the top of my
is
head.
that is that remastered by a third party company though?
I don't know. I really don't know
Because that's the other thing too. Sony, like,
who owns it.
you could Xbox players could demand it till the fucking cows come home. We want Last of Us. We want Last of Us.
We're
But
never getting Last of Us.
Naughty
No.
Dog is a Sony first party developer.
Yeah.
They're not gonna move over to
No.
another console. Never gonna
Never.
happen. But that if that's remastered by a third party company, you know,
Yeah.
they're not exclusive to Sony. They can be like, we want to.
But that isn't it. So that's an interesting move. So now I'm curious. I want to find out if it is, if Sony has any ties with whoever makes that, then that's cool because it's like shows. Oh, that might be a first bracket of the two companies coming together. But if it's not, if it is a third party, as you said, then that's not good for Sony because that's wow. You're one of your I mean, it's an old game, but it's like one of your staple, hands down great games when we think PlayStation, Sony is going. Their remaster is going to both consoles
So it's
and PC.
it's developed by Vicarious Visions
Okay.
and published by Activision.
Also, the Insane Trilogy sold gangbusters. I think it was. I don't know how many copies that trilogy
dude,
sold,
who-
but it was
who
a
knows?
shit ton. So that puts. This is a totally different thing, but that puts Crash back on the scale, back on the market. Do you
Yeah.
think that they would make a whole new Crash Bandicoot game because of the success of the Insane Trilogy? Like,
Yeah.
can you see Crash entering?
I'm not
I
seeing
think
another trilogy.
before they do that, they're going to remaster a few of those other games first.
They're gonna do Spyro. Spyro's been confirmed.
Dude, oh,
yeah,
I love the Spyro.
Listen, okay,
game.
I will give you Spyro, but
You don't like
Crash
Crash?
is superior.
Yeah,
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
they've done a couple crossover games with Crash and Spyro back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
not on the same
Like, not
level.
bad for a remaster.
Can Spyro drive a
Console
cart?
sales?
A cart? Can he
probably.
drive?
I'm sure he could.
Because he could be part of
Spyro's
Metro Kart.
Spyro did, I guess, come back in a way with the Skylanders. Because it started off.
Wait, was he in Skylar?
He was.
Yeah, this is-
Crash was in Skylanders too.
Yeah, he was in one of the newer ones.
Really?
Yeah.
He had one of the figure sets.
Wow.
Crash and
So-
Cortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started off being a Spyro game, and then it just sort of split off and became its own thing.
And then, boy, did it fucking toys everywhere, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
do you remember the rise and fall of Toys to Life?
Yep.
Disney Infinity 2 and 3,
Lego Dimensions.
Skylanders.
Lego Dimensions,
The only ones that
Skylanders.
kind of stuck around were Amiibos, and they're not even technically
Amiibos are
toys, they're
shitty.
just like statues.
Amiibos do one cool little thing in a game, otherwise they're just
They'll give
fucking
you, they'll
waste.
give you like
So,
an add-on here or
The
there.
Insane
Yeah.
Trilogy sale numbers.
Yeah.
Global, since its release, has sold 2.05 million copies,
2.50.
which is a lot for a remaster.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People love Crash, bro. It's insane.
Damn.
But I remember like
Like a
toy
trilogy.
game,
Yeah.
like toy figure for games, like back when I was a kid, like the Funkies. Like you had this basic plugged into the desktop, and then you put your figure on top of that, and then you use that one for the game.
How about Funko Pops? The Crash Funko Pop? How about that?
What?
What?
Funko Pops.
Funko
Yeah.
Pops.
Funko Pops.
Imagine
I
a
have no idea
Crash
what
Bandicoot
What are you
Funko
talking
Pop.
about?
Oh,
that is. We have a Funko Pop?
Yes, behind you.
yeah, my Reinhardt one.
We have a Funko Pop.
Oh,
in the studio.
yes. Sorry, I know what that is.
Pixel Force Studios.
We have a whole wall of Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't lie. We
Anyway.
have 2 walls.
Cross-platform play sounds cool, but it will never be a
Yeah,
thing.
they'll
No.
never be a thing.
All right, final topic.
Final.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Red
Yeah, we
Dead
can keep
2.
going.
We can
Red
keep
Dead
going.
2?
Yes.
There was a tweet with nothing really special about it, just in the style of Red Dead Redemption, a day and a time.
It looked like the loading screen
Yeah, pretty much.
from
It was
Red Dead 1.
September 28th, 11 a.m. Eastern
You're
Standard
giving me
Time.
nothing to work with. I can't
That's all we have.
I can't make an entire.
All I'm saying is
start an entire conversation on speculation on Red Dead.
No. So
Easy.
2 days after this podcast airs, there's going to be some sort of announcement, and it's clearly going to be Red Dead just
It's
by
not
the
until
artwork.
the 28th. It's only the 23rd, Brad.
After the day episode releases.
Releases airs. Oh,
Yes,
okay. That makes
Jake.
sense.
So-
not from recording.
I'm suspecting the
My
event
games.
will be a new trailer, like a full-blown trailer.
Mhm.
And maybe
Showing-
a pre-order date.
Yeah, they're gonna
Showing the main protagonist.
they're
This
gonna
is it.
show who the main protagonist is. They're gonna say something about what they're doing with multiplayer. Because Zach and I were talking about this earlier. There's competitive and then there's free roam.
Yep.
I don't know if they're going to do the same thing with Red Dead 2.
Or if it's going to be like GTA Online. where it's
Exactly.
just like-
Or if it's going to be one cohesive world and you can start different missions from within the world itself.
I would love that. I think that'd be awesome for Red Dead to have something
So
like that.
I think it depends on the player count
So we'll
that
bring
they decide
speculation.
on.
We'll bring speculation. I'll bring speculation to the table. Who do you think's going to be the main protagonist?
Well, full disclosure, Jake, you
I never beat the first one.
played it though.
I played it, guys.
Shocker.
I played the. Fuck you. Okay, you know.
So wait, is it confirmed that Red Dead 2 is a prequel to Red Dead 1?
It takes place before it. I don't know if it's exactly I don't know if any of the characters are going to be in it.
So John Marston might not even have been
Probably not.
born by then, or is he going to be?
Maybe
What?
it's his
Alright.
dad.
So it takes place in the northeast of the map of Red Dead Redemption 1. That's
So
all we know.
like
Northeast. Oh, that was all the snow.
that's like pushing like 13 colonies, like fucking like
Alright.
Revolutionary
All right,
Revolutionary War.
Let me address something real quick.
Oh boy.
What?
The game is called Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's a prequel to the first Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Also, it's not called Red Dead something.
Well, I mean, some movies are doing that
Get
too.
the fuck out of here.
I always thought it was weird that they did Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, and then Red Dead Redemption 2. Why didn't they say Red Dead Revenge or Red Dead
Red Dead Requiem.
Red
Well,
Dead
their naming scale is
Revolution?
just about as good as at the Xbox console.
Man, it
so.
would have been way cooler
And the
if
iPhones
like
now.
you played as Jack Marston, all growed up.
John Monster.
Well, you do at the end of.
Oh, Jack. Jack. At the
Oh,
side.
so I didn't
Marston?
finish it.
Yeah.
So fuck off. Thanks for ruining it. Now I'm never gonna finish it.
You
How
weren't
old
gonna
that game?
finish it anyway.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how old it was.
Dies.
So here's the thing: when GTA 5 came out,
Yes.
PlayStation had a deal with them.
Yep.
And there was a Grand Theft Auto 5 branded PlayStation 4 that they bundled with it.
Yep. It looked like crap.
And PlayStation 4 got the pre-order items. Do you think that Sony's going to have a deal with Rockstar for Red Dead 2, or do you think it's going to be no holds barred?
100%.
I don't know if they're thinking like we are. Xbox.
Yeah.
Nope. It's gonna be. It depends. It's really all up to Rockstar. Like, say they get it on the Xbox One X and they're like, "Wow, this game runs fucking awesome. We'll just go with Xbox
Mhm.
for like the exclusive content."
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You
It
never know.
wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
So Zach, what do you? When is the event that they're going to show shit for the the
Maybe
trailer and
this
stuff?
The 28th.
The 28th of September.
Yes.
Or what do you think it's going to be? Trailer? Or are they going to
I
have a
think-
live action demo or something?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's a trailer, and because I don't know if it's gonna be live or if it's just gonna be a video. It may be a video. It may be like one of those explanation ones, like showing this is what's gonna happen in the game.
Mechanics.
Like, yeah, main mechanics of it.
Yeah.
I doubt there'll be any gameplay
Look,
on it.
the fact that this game was supposed to come out this fall and they pushed it back, and I think the fact that they were doing like an update and they actually they're trying to build some hype with it. My guess, trailer, release date, and
Yeah.
pre-order date. I think
Yeah,
that's a
you're
good
getting
call.
That's probably the best
But
option.
I do think the trailer is gonna show the main protagonist and who you'll be playing as in the game,
Yeah.
And then
and
It'll give it-
and it'll probably show the main antagonist too. at
Yeah,
the
probably
same
give an
time.
idea of what the story's gonna be like.
I honestly hope they do someone totally different as the protagonist. All totally.
Just set in the same
like
universe.
Yeah,
but
McCree
somebody
from
completely different.
Overwatch.
McCree travels back in
Blizz-
time.
BlizzCon's coming up.
Blizzard partnered with Rockstar. No, but Rockstar is pretty hush hush about all their games,
Yeah,
so
they're really
I
good
doubt
at it.
I doubt they'll show much.
They're real
yeah,
good.
like I
I
said,
think-
it's probably just be a trailer giving an idea of what the story's gonna be like or what the
Yeah.
gameplay's gonna be like.
I think
Exactly.
Rockstar might be one of my favorite game developers. I
What
would
if,
love
what if
their
I
they're
feel like
fucking with
Rockstar's pretty
everybody
shitty.
And Red Dead 2's not even coming out, and they're doing like all this font, and then all of a sudden it's like Grand Theft Auto 6. Like
Yeah.
this trailer's like
I know.
all the Red Dead font and all the loading screens and
The
stuff, and it's
ultimate
like
troll.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
That'd be hilarious.
You nerds got all excited.
The only thing with Rockstar that I don't like is how their attitude is, yo, fuck you, you're gonna buy our game, we're not gonna say shit about it, like here it is, here's
They're-
our game,
they're
fucking
totally-
buy it,
They're
and then
totally
they sell.
right too. 'Cause
Yeah.
people line up to buy their fucking games.
They're good
Yeah.
games. See,
Man, I want another Midnight Club.
Also, there's been a
I'm calling you out, Rockstar. Give us another Midnight Club.
Midnight Club Millennium.
since GTA 5 came out, there's been a lot of staff changes in terms of like really big personalities at Rockstar. So I don't know if that's going to dramatically impact the development of Red Dead 2
You
or
switch one
GTA 6.
person out with one person, it doesn't change shit.
That's all they have, right? Is GTA and Red Dead? Does Rockstar make any other games?
Yeah, they make a couple other games.
No,
I've
they
looked,
don't.
No, yes,
They did in the past.
In the past.
They had
don't
Midnight
anymore.
Club and
They
what
had
else?
Midnight Club, table tennis. Fuck, dude.
That's all they have
that's
is
about
GTA
it.
and Red Dead. They have two franchises and they're like one of the most respected game developers in the world. Like how the
It doesn't make any sense.
I get it, those are good games, but
Bethesda's roughly the same way though.
Bethesda, but they're more of a Rockstar is not a publisher. They're strictly a developer.
All right.
That's true.
Bethesda publishes and develops games.
The
Who
biggest
publishes
games.
their games, though?
Yep,
Rockstar?
Yeah.
They do everything themselves.
Really?
Yeah.
The biggest games for Rockstar are Grand Theft Auto 5, LA Noire, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Bully,
Oh yeah, I think
Grand Theft
Bully.
Auto.
they're actually doing a Bully too.
Vice City,
They are.
GTA
Yeah,
4,
is
that confirmed?
GTA 3.
They showed concept art for the characters. So
Oh.
I'm thinking so.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is listed on here, so I mean,
Yeah,
we already knew that was
It's
coming
already
out. I don't
coming
know
out,
why I
Brad.
explained.
They're announcing
Liberty
next week.
City, Grand Theft Auto Online,
I don't think there's a whole resume.
Midnight Club,
They're
Los
they're
Angeles.
they're
That's
remastering LA Noire too, or LA Noire.
Yeah, they are.
Smuggler's Run,
So what if this is the remix?
Warriors.
All right, Brad, you don't have to go through their whole resume.
Did you guys ever play LA
Manhunt
Noire?
2,
No.
No.
Playing LA.
It's a good game.
Manhunt,
Brad.
Max Payne, Oh, the Beater Raider? I don't know what that game is.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
We're moving on, Brad.
we're moving on.
Mm.
Do you want to talk about your topic on here?
Star Fox 2. All right, so I looked up some gameplay of Star Fox 2 for the SNES Classic.
So-
No.
Can I just say something?
Go.
So Star Fox 2 was in development in Japan for a long time, and then they canceled the game.
Yes.
And it was sort of like this rare thing that, Star Fox 2, like the game that no one saw.
Mhm.
And then they just randomly decided to release it on, what is it on? Is it on the SNES Classic they're
Yes.
putting it on?
Yep.
Wait,
That's
so
what
this
it's coming out
game's
on.
never been out before?
Yes.
It was out in Japan, but it was never released in the U.S.
So I
That's
mean,
kind of cool.
it is kind of cool, but I looked at the gameplay and it's not true to the original Star Fox. So I mean, Star
That's
Fox
the thing.
and Star Fox 64 had the same playing style where it's like you're kind of like imagine like you're going down a tunnel and things come up and the whole idea is you got to shoot and attack. And then there was a portion where if you ended up kind of I don't want to say free roam, but like a free sandbox style, and then you just have like a battle depending on the boss.
Okay.
Star Fox 2, while it did go back to the graphics of like the original Star Fox, it's very pixelated. It's all first person, and it's really more just moving your cursor around the screen, and you can move 360s at any point. On the
Well,
map.
to be fair, back then, sequels weren't sequels. They were trying to change games when they released sequels. They were
Yeah.
trying to refresh it every single sequel. So like that's why nowadays when you come out with a sequel, it has mechanics that people loved, and then they got rid of the mechanics that people hate. But roughly, it's the same game moving through in a sequel series.
Yeah, and the only thing I gotta keep telling myself in my head is like this is not it's being sold by itself. This is being sold with a slew of other games.
Great games too.
Great games. So Star Fox 2 looks like it's cool, but don't expect it to be the original Star Fox.
Did any of you
or Star
guys
Fox
pre-order the
64.
SNES?
No.
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 Yeah, right. The
Like
thing
we-
sold
like we
out
had
in
a
a
chance
blink.
to.
Yeah.
That thing was. I checked at 9 in the morning on the release day. Gone.
Did you hear that they're gonna put out more NES classics next year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the SNES is the one that I want.
Well, the SNES they're gonna make way more, I guess, because we didn't realize the love for our games, so we're gonna put out more games.
kidding.
No, they
We're
got.
Nintendo, the biggest video game company
Yeah.
pretty much ever.
You know what I
planet.
imagine?
Go ahead.
So Reggie Fils-Aimé, the head of Nintendo, guy goes in his office, the financial guy. Reggie, people are pre-ordering these things like crazy. We got to make more. We got to make more. He goes, fuck them. They could have pre-ordered the Wii U. Did they pre-order that? No. So fuck them. We're not making more SNES or NESs.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know?
Except it's like, well, fuck them.
Listen, he's like, listen.
my God.
He's like, Reggie, we can make more SNESs. We can make more and make a ton of money. No, they didn't buy the Wii U. Fuck them.
No, they got some backlash recently also too for the Switch. The Switch they even came out with numbers to support because people were saying like you guys didn't make enough Switches to start off with, and that's why like myself I had to find
They didn't.
a Switch, and then he fired back and was like, no, we made 2 million copies for the original release. They made 2.8 million copies and 2 million sold at the initial release. He was like, so fuck you. We didn't say fuck you, but it was like, we made enough. I was like, where were the other 0.8 million? Where were they?
It's 800,000.
Yeah. Where were
They're on
they?
Amazon for a
In
jacked
a
up price.
warehouse in China, Japan?
Well, that's
or-
the thing, is the demand for them was much greater than 2.8 million. I don't know if they realize.
They said
that.
according to so this is their numbers, which I mean
That's worldwide.
This is they said worldwide their 2 million was their initial release number, and they had 2.8 million made. That's fine, but just tell me where were those 800,000 switches?
That's for corporate businesses
Because
to
there was-
know, and you to never find out.
Yeah,
Say,
there was
hey,
there was a 2-month span.
Why don't you buy?
Why
Why don't you buy a Wii U? And then we'll give you one.
The end of
What's that?
the end of the world's
Oh,
gonna
Wii U?
happen.
No.
The end of the world's gonna happen, and then somebody's gonna dig up some bunker in the middle of like
Fine.
Southeast Asia, and it's gonna be like a bunker full of Nintendo Switches, and they're gonna be like, "What am I supposed to do with these?"
They're like, oh,
They're gonna find it in a landfill buried under the ET games.
Yeah.
There's a what?
You ever hear about that?
Remember?
The ET game.
was the game that nearly crashed the whole gaming industry altogether.
Yeah, because it was atrocious.
Yeah, so what they did is they took all the copies and buried them in a landfill
That's
Yeah.
funny.
out west.
That's awesome.
Like they just didn't give a. They didn't know what the fuck to
Next
do.
thing you know, they're all gonna morph together, like melt together, and make a giant ET that's gonna like pop up out of the ground and rule the world.
ET is real.
All right.
Brad.
Do we want to talk about our last topic, or are we done?
I'm gonna
Let's
ask
leave it in.
Jake. Because okay, so all Jake talks about is fucking Gears of War, so I'm gonna give him a chance to talk about something else.
Okay.
Finally.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You are a fan.
I am a fan.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a fan are you?
7, probably.
Okay. Are you excited for Dragon Ball Z Fighters?
I am excited, actually.
Okay. You're gonna get it.
I am gonna buy it.
What do you think?
It depends. Depends. If it's $60, I'm not gonna buy it.
Well, then you're not gonna get it then,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure it's $60.
Why would it be $60?
Because it's Bandai Namco. They're money
Marvel
hungry.
vs. Capcom's not $60, and it's the same fucking game.
You mean Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Was that $60?
That's the new one. It's $60.
Get
Correct.
the fuck out of here.
Swear to God.
Stupid.
Dude, it's Japan. They want our money. Don't you get it?
Specifically, our money, Pixel Force money.
Yeah.
They want Brad's money. That's why he bought a Switch.
Yeah.
Well, they
You're,
did their
I feel
job.
like you don't like fighting games in general because they make you rage.
I'm not. It's not even the rage thing. It's like I don't know. They don't do it for me.
Yeah.
What was the last one you bought? Mortal Kombat X.
Probably. No. Yeah. Yeah. Probably Mortal Kombat X.
And then you had
That's a good one.
what was the other Dragon Ball Z? You had
Killer Instinct. I played Killer Instinct quite a
What was
bit.
the other Dragon Ball Z game you had though?
Xenoverse.
You had Xenoverse.
Gross.
Yeah, that game
Yeah,
sucked.
you didn't like it.
I didn't buy that.
Who bought it for you?
Nobody bought it. I borrowed it
Nice.
and then traded it in.
You tried to get me to buy it. You traded it?
Yeah.
You're a dick.
It wasn't that supposed to be like a Dragon Ball Z
I forgot I
MMO?
borrowed it from someone.
Andrew or Kyle?
Named not disclosed.
Wasn't that supposed to be like a Dragon Ball Z MMO?
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of. It was trash.
Yeah.
And then Xenoverse 2 is the same story. So
Really?
yeah, pretty much to the T.
Oh my god.
Great. Fantastic.
All right.
They managed to ruin that for me. Like I played the Budokai games all the time, and then they came out with this whole 3D rotating world, open world fighting style, and I hate it. It's
Yeah.
awful.
I remember Budokai. I played a little bit of Budokai. Budokai.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts, Zach.
Can't wait to see what they release for the Red Dead next week.
Okay. Corey.
My final thoughts. I want to say that Burnout Paradise is the best Burnout.
Ooh. Okay.
Better than whatever the fuck Jake likes.
Ooh.
What was the game that you liked better?
Burnout Revenge.
Burnout Revenge. That's a terrible game.
And Burnout 3 Takedown's pretty good.
Okay.
Also, earlier I said that Reggie Fils-Aimé was the head of Nintendo. He's actually only the head of Nintendo of America. Head of Nintendo proper, I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably Japanese to be completely honest.
All right, Jake. Final thought.
I can tell you which bunker I'm not going to stay in when nuclear war breaks out.
The bunker with all the ET games.
No, I'd rather stay in that than the bunker with all the Nintendo Switches.
Okay.
All right. And my final thought is hopefully someday they come out with Skyrim Elvenwood.
It wouldn't be called Skyrim.
I don't know what the fuck you
Elvenwood.
just
It'd
said.
be called Elder Scrolls Elvenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Call yourself a fan.
No. I just wanted to be
Cut
like
it.
Skyrim. Jake's walking out. Hey everybody, wasn't that a great episode from our Pixel Force crew with Zach, Corey, Jake, and your favorite Brad? That's right. Please remember to hit that like button if you like it. If like. Subscribe, definitely if you're on YouTube, or check us out on Castbox.fm. We're also still on SoundCloud, but hey, if you don't get on there, we're gonna fuck off. All right, okay, bye.
Brad's not favorites.